doesn't really matter, but it's always nice to see what everybody else is saying as well.
Yeah,
That way
sure.
you can be engaging too. Ah,
Absolutely.
there they are.
Hold
Look
on.
at
And
those,
now,
look at
cool.
those handsome devils. And
Those
Deeds
guys.
is like, I set it up and now I'm out. Screw you
I'm
guys.
out. I'll be right back. I gotta grab a coffee. Yeah.
Screw you guys. I'm going home. Well, yeah, it's us. It's Goo. It's Deeds. We're all hanging out. Happy Wednesday. We're trying to get set up and enjoy our Wednesday show. It is
Wednesday.
6:34 in Arizona. It is 7:34 in Houston/Katy, Texas. And joining us today is our buddy, our pal, our friend, good buddy, old pal, old friend of mine, Chris Eckstein. Woo!
Yay. Good morning, Chris. Welcome to the show. How are you feeling today?
Fantastic. Thanks for having me, guys.
And I
You're
got his
welcome.
name. And I got his name right. Got his name right.
Yeah,
Yes.
Eckstein, like Frankenstein.
You got it, man. So there was a baseball player back in the day. I think it was David Eckstein, a little tiny guy. I believe he was like a shortstop or something. Played for the Angels. Love watching that cat play because he always played with huge heart. And nothing better than that, right?
Yeah, that's
So,
my uncle.
shut
Is
up.
it really?
No, I'm just kidding.
I'm all shut up. He's a little tiny guy.
You know, gamblers would say they like it when you play as hard as you can to win and not just play with your heart, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Plus the extra, you got to beat the spread.
Yeah.
But yes.
Yeah, man.
Anyway, let's talk about this green bucket. What the hell's up with that green bucket you're loving on there? What's happening
Yeah,
there?
what you got there?
Oh, I got a package yesterday, and it's Wednesday. It's what's in your bucket Wednesday, so I figured I'd just sit next to my bucket. 2 tiers in a bucket. Let's go right now.
2 window cleaners, 1 bucket.
Yeah.
Gross.
Let's see who rises to the top.
Over here too.
Yeah. So I'm about ready to do the same thing, and we're gonna get into a bunch of stuff too. But I told you guys I was gonna do a sticker new bucket collab, and that's about what that's what I'm about to do today. Billy's out on the glass, taking care of the towers, taking care of this restaurant that we do, and we take care of. This is crazy, but we take care of I don't even know how to say it. They make gun accessories, sights, clips, all the fancy fixings for your weapons. So we do a shop that.
One quick
Well,
thing.
maybe we should do a segment called "What's in Your Safe?" And
Well, I was like, what are you carrying? I had an idea to get some kind of a gun belt to attach to the window cleaning belt, like a pouch, what have you, for like a Ruger or a small whatever. But I think there's legalities about that. I don't know if I want to get into the holster window cleaning business. But if you've got a smart pouch or something, you can definitely fit a little, 380 or a 38 in there or something.
So apparently I'm kind of muffled. Is everybody having a hard time hearing me?
Go down to switch your settings. You're probably still on your microphone for the computer. I had that same issue. I just realized it. So go to settings, audio, and then it'll say mic, speaker, and then you'll see that your speaker is probably your.
It says communications AirPods. Let's try the other AirPods. Is this one better? Can anybody let me know? Can anybody tell me if it's a little better?
Maybe the same, but better maybe. Number 1, number 2.
It's weird. I'm getting you know what? I wonder if it has to do. There we go.
Maybe.
Is it a little better? Is it a little better? Let me know. Bio thing, gun holster, modified. Yeah, you're muffled. Well, I'm going to try my best. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this. Speakers. Girls, can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you. It's less muffled. So I don't know if you got like the Toomey or the Chinese AirPods there. But the microphone.
Yeah, man, I got AirPods, and I do this for John Magnos, who tells me I need to use these AirPods. And I'll tell you right now, my voice carries. That's the battle. He's like, holy shit, I can hear you from all the way at the other end of the whole.
Yes, and now you're muted completely. That's weird. So you're gonna have to go back to settings and then change it to your microphone. Got it. There it is. So what's in your bucket, Go?
We'll get into that in a minute. First, let's get with Chris.
Let's get with him. Hi, Chris.
So, Chris, it's really good to see you, buddy. Let's give a little background for those of you who don't know Chris. Chris has been cleaning windows for a while. Buddy of the show, good old pal, old friend of mine, good old pal, old friend of Deeds. We first met in person in August at the Huge. That was your first convention, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. And how
was
much time did you spend in those classes at that first Huge?
I mean, a decent amount. I went, I printed out the list of classes prior to going and highlighted the ones that I wanted to go to. So I don't know, I probably did 3 or 5 classes a day. So I spent some hours in the classrooms that first time.
How many hours did you spend in the parking lot with your boy Deeds and your boy Goo and Devin and Damien
more than I spent in the classes.
Mike Matthews.
Networking is important.
Yeah, man, that's the best part.
It's all about that green.
It was good just hanging out with everyone,
Yeah, getting to know one another. And it's kind of like what we did at this last show too. And it was a great time to be had for all. You were lucky enough, or you were smart enough to bring your family. Did they have a good time to this show?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was a lot of fun. So my wife didn't. My wife had to get one of those in.
You got it.
She didn't really have a whole lot of interest in going into the trade show, but I brought each one of the kids in there, and everybody was super, super nice to the kids too. My daughter Reagan was out there cleaning glass on the Sorbo display.
That was nice.
Yeah, it was cool.
That is awesome. So Reagan, Wyatt, and Kate or Katie?
Katie, but I call her Kate, but you can call her Katie.
Awesome. I'm glad that you were able to bring them all out. It was amazing to see everybody, and it was really cool to watch the kids get into what it is that we do. And I think it's also a really awesome thing to show our kids at a young age what it is that we do and how we also interact with our peers. So I was shout outs and kudos to you for making that happen. For those of you guys who don't know, we had Chris on back in, I want to say it's September, right? It was right after the Huge. You were getting ready to do you had a mission. We're on a mission from God, and you were planting some flags, and you were attaching them to some houses and some great communities. And that was kind of our first introduction to you, Chris, and to Freedom Window Cleaning.
Right.
A lot has happened since September.
Sure.
You've continued to grow your business. You've continued to put stuff out there. And last month, you were on the cover of American Window Cleaner magazine.
Pretty well, right?
How does that feel? And what has transpired from September to February, and now we're in March? What's been cracking with you, my man?
Man, it's just really cool to be able to do stuff like that. So, I'm almost 2 years into window cleaning, and things are going insanely well. But yeah, being on that cover was so awesome, man. And just being able to have just a simple thing like having that as my profile picture, and when customers are reaching out to me, they see that, that's pretty cool, man. But even that, it's just like when my kids go out to the living room and they look through the stack of magazines that we have on the coffee table and they see their dad on the cover of the magazine. It's pretty cool,
I gotta agree.
Yeah, I mean, business through the winter was really slow, which I was expecting, and it's starting to pick back up. So I've been on the glass since we got back from the IWCA and got a lot on the books. So it's going to be a good year. I think 2026 is going to be awesome.
Awesome.
Not, I think, I know. We put it out into the ether, and we are all doing big things. And speaking of big things, our buddy Squeegee Tom says, I'll bring my wife, but F them kids.
My wife.
Yeah.
He says F them kids, but we're trying to get Josiah to come out next year to the IWCA, so he doesn't really mean it. And our pal Frank Graves says, freedom!
Freedom!
He's a wild boy.
He sure indeed is. And what was it like getting to hang out with him for a little bit?
Oh, it was great. Frank, I mean, just like a lot of you guys, but Frank, really since day one, I feel like he was, there it is. He's always been really supportive of Freedom Window Cleaning. And you see, he's got this patriotism for the U.S., which is really cool. Living across the pond, but he's always commenting and liking the posts and stuff like that. So yeah, prior to the IWCA, when he was like on the fence whether he was going to go or not, I just messaged him. I was like, hey, if you go, let me know what shirt size you wear. So he let me know, and I brought him a Freedom window cleaning shirt, and he was rocking that there, which was pretty cool.
Mhm.
Might have brought him something else for a little extracurricular activities, but we'll keep that, because I know he wasn't going to be able to bring all that good stuff. So
Yeah. Never undoubt his keister wallet.
Right. Prison pocket.
It's a long flight, but hey, it happens.
Not necessary.
He's a lot of fun. Him and even Sean Hart, when I finally met these guys in person at the IWCA, they're like, man, I feel like I've known you forever. This is crazy. And it really does feel like that. That's why, I mentioned on the last podcast we did, like one of the things I was missing as a civilian post-military is the camaraderie.
Yes.
And like part of that is similar to what we have in window cleaning. Like we don't all work together, but we know each other, we communicate with each other, shoot the shit. But when we meet up in person, it's like we pick up where we left off. It's not like a weird anticipation or nervous feeling. It's just like, oh, hey, what's up, man? How you doing? Like, it's just like we were talking yesterday, It's really cool.
A nice brotherhood that we have, a community of like-minded,
100%.
hardworking individuals.
So speaking of, when we were out there, you and us, Damian, Devin, Mike Matthews, we were all hung out a lot. You and Mike Matthews have become good buddies, and you guys probably, I don't know how often you talk, but I'm guessing it's probably pretty regular.
Yeah. I mean, we were texting yesterday, so I mean, may not be every week, but yeah, we text back and forth on a regular basis for sure.
And that's one of the cool things about these shows, these trade shows, these conventions, is you never know who is going to be one of your best buds or one of your bros or one of your your sisters. You know what I mean? There's all sorts of different people out here across the country that do the same thing that we do, and you just, like I said, you just never know who you're gonna click with and connect.
I was on the phone with Devin last night. Fix a View. So, dude, he's crushing it, man. Young buck. I refer to him as a kid. I'm 40, so like to me, he's a kid. But shout out
to baby.
Him, like he yesterday did his first interview to hire somebody. Like, dude, the sky is the limit for that guy. He's good.
Whoa, what's that like? That's awesome, dude. That's crazy.
Great.
Yeah, it's insane. And you know what's fun too is when some of the older cats can help point in direction. Even if we haven't been into it as long, you have experience in other industries and other businesses. And that life experience is something that we can share with the younger generation on how we can continue to grow as business owners, as men, and as guys in the industry. So kudos to those of you who share information and to help promote the other cleaners across the country. I think it's a great thing that we do.
Mm-hmm.
So, what was your favorite part of your favorite experience of this last trip, whether it be going to the amusement parks or seeing your buddies, or what was your favorite part of this past event?
Man, that's tough because those were all fun things. I mean, I guess my favorite part was probably just hanging out with everybody, and that includes my family,
my wife,
introducing my wife and kids to a lot of you guys, and just seeing the love that everybody showed for my family too was really cool, man.
Yeah, and seeing your family and your kids there, I don't want to say inspired me, but I'm like, damn, I got to get my kids here, because as a window cleaner, pressure washer, gutter cleaner, like, what's daddy doing? He's just leaving, bye, or hey, I clean that. Like, what do we do? It's good to bring your family around. Kylie is jumping in and helping with a lot of different graphics and stuff. So if she gets her ass at a trade show and sees how cool it is and meet people, she's going to be, on cloud 9. So definitely want to take the kids too and get them to see, I'd like to line that up. They're 10 and like 11 or 12. So in a couple of years, I can start giving them squeegees and putting them to work.
Dude, that is what I'm hoping for. I mean, my kids are 9. My daughter will be 10 next month, and my son is 11.
Cool.
And yeah, I mean, well, you were standing right there when Reagan was
Yeah,
in that
she's
window.
on it.
She didn't say anything. I was just like, hey, show them what you got, baby girl. And she did it perfect, closed out that corner perfectly. And Mark was like, all right, yeah. I didn't have to coach her through it or anything. They've been out there on the glass with me, like on some neighbors. They've helped with our windows, whatever. Done, a couple commercial jobs, like small storefronts, right? Just take them out, like.
Yeah.
I used to be a regional manager for a furniture company, and I clean a couple of those stores' windows. So like those ones, I know all those employees. We used to work together, so I bring them to do those every once in a while. And yeah, that's kind of part of why I brought them. Like aside from like, okay, they get out of school for a week, and we get to go to Florida, like
vacation time,
right?
Yeah.
So that also, one thing I will say about bringing a family is, yes, it's a lot of fun to bring them, but also it does take you out of the game as far as some of the classes that you may want to do, or some of the spending time with the crew there. Because like Friday, man, we got to Epic Universe when it opened at 9 a.m, and we didn't get back until probably 4 or 5 in the afternoon. So it does take you out if you want to go do fun stuff, but you could also do it the way Damien did, and Chris and Alex, like they all did that stuff for the next couple of days after the convention. So if I had to do again, I'd probably do it that way. Just so I could get to spend more time with everybody and probably do a couple of the classes, because I did 0. Sorry, IWCA.
It's a networking. It's a networking event.
It just didn't work out to do it this time. But
hey, one of the
I'm
things
hard-headed. I'm going to do things my way.
Yeah, well, and when you bring the family, you can't do that. But you had it set up to perfectly, in my opinion. I think it was great that you had them all involved. One of the things that you hit on too is the fact that it is nice to be able to show our kids and our wives what it is that we do, but also how we interact within our community. They don't understand like what is going on in these rooms. They don't see our friendships that we've developed and curated, and they don't see us chit-chatting with our buddies online or in messaging. And then we'll tell them a story. Oh yeah, my buddy Tom, or my buddy Chris, or my wife, obviously Maurice obviously knows Deeds, but if I tell her, oh Frank, this and that, she doesn't really get it. So when you see that kind of interaction in person, it sets the tone, and it also helps kind of understand or help explain why it is the way we are and why we act the way we do when we get around each other, because it's a party.
For sure. It is.
I tell my wife it's all work related. There's no partying, darling. It's all work. That's what you got to tell them until they show up and like, where'd you go?
Two things can be true. She can see it when she makes it out to the next event, and it'll be a hoot. Hoot. So I wanted to bring up a couple things real quick. John Trott is on. He says, what up? Didn't realize that you were going to be on today. I understand he's doing some work for you behind the scenes.
Yeah, he's great, man. He's working on my website, which I like. My website is great, but we're just going to make it better.
Our website.
Yeah. Gonna make it better. He's gonna work on some keywords and just make it to where more people see it, which is great. So because majority of my business I get from Facebook or word of mouth, right? I don't have like all these paid ads that I do. I'll do events, somebody in my neighborhood, like I've got some realtor friends who will invite me to sponsor a hole for a golf tournament or stuff like that. So at hole 9, my yard sign's there with an advertisement, as a sponsor for the event. So everybody who goes to hole 9 sees it. So stuff like that I'll do, but I don't do like Facebook ads or meta ads or anything like that. Try to build this thing organically. It's a little bit more fun that way to me, but
next time you sponsor the 9th hole, can they let you bring in a keg of beer, just put it on ice and get everyone drunk on the 9th?
Possibly. So when we did it last year, I got a golf cart and I got my window cleaning, because it was all to like raise money for charity. So I got my window cleaning supplies, threw it in that golf cart, and I drove around offering to clean people's windshields on their golf carts for a small donation to the charity. So that was just kind of fun, just running around cleaning people's windshields on golf carts like an idiot. But
I thought you were going to say I was driving around asking them if you want me to clean their balls. It's like that.
Nope.
They have a machine for that.
That's what I'm saying. That's going above and beyond for charity work. But no, that's cool. That's a good idea, washing the windows, because
it's just fun,
Yeah,
those are very difficult. They're plexiglass, super dirty. I was like, oh no, these are not going to look good, but I'm doing it anyway.
Got to bring the towels.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad John is on this morning. Also, Steve Fishgren from WCR Marketing. Those dudes are the best.
Yeah, he did a video this morning about business cards.
You were on it. I saw that.
Yeah. Everybody, get your business card. You hand that over, and the customer goes, damn, this guy's serious. He's a fucking window cleaner. This guy loves this shit. He's committed. He's not like that guy who showed up drunk last year who was, falling in my bushes and pooped near my air conditioner. Nope, not gonna happen. Not with this.
That was 8 years ago, not last year. Sorry.
Yeah. Well,
so we also got Scott Aaron-Kranz, the president of the IWCA, popping in.
Good morning.
Squeegee Tom, Cody Smith, Damian. Let's see who else.
Jessica Battle. We got Craig. Craig's gonna have TJ. TJ is heading over. They're gonna do some filming and some pizza today. So I'd love to be hanging out with Craig and TJ today. That sounds like a treat.
Yeah.
So you mentioned about organic, and that's one of the things that I always prided myself on as well. And then I lost my Facebook webpage, and that is one of the biggest things that used to drum up business.
You had a lot of content. I mean, all your videos, all your pictures, before and after is bullshit.
Yeah, I had 14 years worth of content, man.
Why'd you lose it?
It got flagged for something that one of my kids' friends flagged his Instagram account, and it flagged mine, and
it was all connected.
So, yeah,
it all went.
So that's one reason why I reached out to John, was to help me get my webpage redesigned, and because I have a decent webpage, but it needed some work as well. So I'm glad he's doing the same thing for you as he's doing for me. But one of the other ways that you advertise, you do some A-frame signs, right?
Oh yes, dude, I swear by that thing. Yeah, I mean, I swear by that thing. A-frame is the best. I do not have a wrap truck. I've got vehicle magnets on my truck, but I don't have a wrap for a couple of reasons. But the main one is my neighborhood has an HOA that if you park a wrapped company vehicle in your driveway, they're gonna ticket you or tow you, and I don't want to deal with.
Do you park in the street?
Daily driver.
Do you park in the street? Because if you park on a publicly owned access road like the street, they have no jurisdiction because it's not your property, which sucks to get a park in front. But just a thought.
I thought about that, but also it's kind of nice to be able to take those magnets up. I'm probably going to do some form of decals at some point.
No, I'm with you, dude.
Go incognito if I want to drive like a madman. Nobody knows.
I flip people. I mean, I was such a bad driver. I was a courier in Houston driving, and I'd mother effed everybody. I punched on the steering wheel. I've rear-ended 2 people. Yeah. I've almost got out of my car, ran around and pooped on someone's hood once. It's bad. So that's why now that my truck is wrapped, I can't poop on people's windshields or anything like that anymore.
I thought I was a maniac, bro. Yeah. You're nuts.
But those A-frames, since you asked, yeah, I mean, it's like, they're fantastic. Mine is it's the template that says window cleaning in progress. On a QR code that people can scan. But I'll just give you one example. This past Friday, I was cleaning windows at a home. It was about a 3.5 hour job. In that 3.5 hour job, or in that 3.5 hour time frame, I had 4 people scan that QR code and or come up to me while I was standing out there because, nosy neighbors.
Nosy.
Always curious what's going on, but they see this sign out there that says window cleaning in progress. If they want that service, they come up. So I booked all 4 of those. So I don't usually talk. Yeah.
Who made your QR code? Did you do it yourself or did WCR?
WCR Marketing. I use them for everything. Boom. Like the only reason why I don't use them for shirts is because my wife makes all of my shirts. Wife. And she's awesome at it, and it's super cheap to have her do them, right?
Heck yeah, yeah.
But yeah, everything else, I mean, I get through WCR. But those 4 jobs that I, were just because I had the A-frame sitting out there, over $2,000 in revenue from 4 jobs for just sticking out an A-frame, man. Like,
boom.
I think
You know?
it does two things. One, it's advertising for you for sure, but equally as important is bragging rights for the customer. They're spending however much it is, couple $100, $300, $400, $500.
I'm making my house better. Fuck you guys.
Like, hey everybody, I'm getting my windows cleaned. Yeah, exactly. It's it makes the customer feel good, and everybody's always impressed by it. I get comments all the time. So if you don't have an A-frame, shameless plug, go to WCR Marketing, get one.
Get one.
And if there's no sale going on or you're struggling on funds, hit me up. I may or may not have a discount code for you. So
There you
Awesome.
go.
When I was a couple of years ago, when the A-frames were coming out and stuff, I had a bunch of templates, and it's somewhere in a notebook. But I wrote to be funny. For example, I've got ideas for the A-frame. This is like for example, like a picture of Meatloaf screaming into the microphone, like I will do anything for love, but I won't clean windows, like something like that. So with what you're doing with the sandwich board is great because it attracts attention. Window cleaning, my phone number, call to action. But I'm going to do it comedically. I'm going to put on stupid, like funny GIFs or actual memes, and then just like funny shit, just to make people like, what the hell did I just look at? What the fuck's that guy doing?
yeah, and I mean, dude, that's so your style,
Yeah. But I'm too lazy. I haven't done it. So I'm kicking myself because I'm seeing everybody with their damn sandwich boards. I'm like, fuck, I was going to do that 3 years ago or whatever. So I'm going to do that this spring, but I'm going to hopefully get with Jill and get templates because I've got a lot of pictures, ideas. I just haven't put anything down. So I'm going to get with them, see if they can have it where window cleaners can just order it, and because it's going to be good, hopefully.
Yeah. Well, Jill's working on some different business cards for me, just like a
nice.
When everybody who took a picture with Steve at the IWCA convention got 500 free business cards. She asked if I wanted to do the same ones, and I was like, hey, I've got this summer event or end of school year, so going into summer event coming up. That I want to do something different. So I sent her a couple different logo remix, or I don't know, modifications where it's like a bomb pop. Thank you, Adam Hogan, for the
do you have those?
He was like, dude, you need to make a sticker that it looks like a bomb pop.
He's got it for you, Chris. I think he has it. I think I sent it to him. One of the pictures that you sent to me.
This one?
There you go. Yeah.
I'm talking like, what the hell's a bomb pop? Oh, there we go.
So I sent that when Jill reached out. I sent her that. I was like, hey, I want to do something with this because we're doing this like ice cream social event in the neighborhood. So she's working on. I was like, I trust them so much. I was like, hey, if you're up for the challenge, just do it. Make something cool and send it out. Like I don't even need to see a proof. You have all my information. I trust you. Just make it cool. And so that's what she's gonna do. I'm excited to see that.
That's what I do with my tattoo artist.
Really?
Yeah.
That's risky, bro.
Dude, my guy's got my arms done. I'm good to go. I know what time it is with him.
Yeah.
Cody Smith says the A-frame is a straight money printer. That's a great way to look at it. I dig it. What a great picture.
Yeah, let's look at that again. We got everyone hanging out. We got Nick, Squeegee Tom, Chuck D. We got Grace. It was such a great time. So I just can't wait for the Huge to come and get a chance to mingle and talk with you guys.
I don't think I'm going to bring the family to the Huge, especially because August in Orlando is going to be hot as hell.
Yes.
So then
same as Houston.
The whining from the children, but I'm definitely going to the Huge. I bought my ticket last year at the Huge because they were
$99.
Yeah, it was like stupid cheap, and you would get an entry for that, $5,000 drone or whatever.
Hell yeah!
I was on a winning streak at that point, so I was like, "Hey,
you won last year, right before
get it." I was like, "All right."
Yeah. You won a Craig package last year, right at the Huge, right before. Very, it's pretty nice.
Yep. Yeah, awesome. I mean, not only that, I don't know if you guys know this, but October of 2024 is when I won the Zero Pure, like the ultimate residential kit. So,
nice.
Yeah, I was
as lucky as that Oliver kid.
Right. I was still working my full-time job and cleaning windows on the weekends. And everything I made from window cleaning, I was saving up so I could buy that kit. And then, they had that 3-day giveaway. Every order you place gets you an entry. If you comment with your order number, you get another one. And I freaking won. And so that saved me quite a bit of money. And as soon as I got that, as soon as it came in, I was like, all right, I'm putting in my notice and I'm getting out of corporate America. So that really helped to kick it off.
Yes.
Corporate America, bye-bye.
Yeah, I'm done with that, man. and Freedom Window Cleaning is not going to be corporate America. I'm not doing franchise, nothing. Like I plan on hiring hopefully next year, 1 to 2 people and just kind of take it slow. Like I'm not in a rush. I don't need to be a multi-million-dollar company. I just want to have the opportunity to help other people change their lives the way that window cleaning has changed mine. So I just got to find people that's going to be beneficial for.
Word Let me ask you a couple questions. If you're doing trad, just regular old house, no water fed, you don't even get it out of the truck. What's your setup? Are you rocking a maker? Rocking a Mormon? What's on your hip and what's in it? Because it is What's in Your Bucket Wednesday.
Yeah. My belt is what is that thing called?
Try that.
I use the True Fit belt. That thing it ratchets, and I have this disease that a lot of guys have, no acetol disease.
Oh yeah,
I'm part of that club.
So being able to ratchet that shit on my waist, it doesn't fall off, which is great. I've got Maker smart bags. I've got the Maker Silencer 2, which is amazing.
It's so sleek, so sexy, so nice.
Yeah, and then I have a million trad poles because I don't know.
Once you start collecting trad poles, it starts going way uphill from there.
I know. There's 5 colors that I'm still missing, so I will eventually get those. It's just kind of silly when you're a one-man operation and you have 15, 20 different poles. But
your zero pole has a trad pole in there too. Like, God, so many.
So as far as squeegee, for interiors, I like using the Eckstein commemorative. It's just super lightweight, and I rock an 18-inch for most of the time when I'm doing interiors. Sometimes a little bit smaller, but I really like that squeegee. I also use the Mormon accelerator for a lot of my commercial work, especially things that I have to get kind of closer to the glass, but it's still higher up. You just being able to change that frame. 25 is really convenient. But I recently, and I shout out to Jessica Battle, aka Squeegee Chick, and Chuck D for posting, like, modifying the Unger 0 degree. I had never had an Unger 0 degree, and when I saw them posting about how they modify it to add a quick release from the Eckstein handle, I was like, you know what, I'm going to order one of those. So I ordered 2 of them, modified them, and I have been using that for like 99% of the time when I'm out there doing any commercial work now. Because with that 0 degree, some people call it lazy. I don't care. It's effective. You can clean those windows from top to bottom with that on a trad pole and not even really have to bend down much, which is pretty nice. But I love that 0 degree, man. So, and then of course, as far as the mop, I use the Maker Scotsman most of the time. Sometimes I'll bust out the Hedgehog for exteriors if they're super dirty, but and the majority of the time, residential, I'm using water fed for the exterior most of the time. So I know people say you can't use that on a first time clean. Sorry,
you can scrub a lot more.
I got an idea for people.
Longer. I love you and I respect you, but it works for me. And when I hear customers say my windows have never been this clean before from using water fed pole, there's something to it. You just gotta practice makes perfect, right?
Yeah.
The first few I did not look that great, but
well, the other thing, it's all comes down to just scrubbing. Like for French paint windows, I kind of like count to 5 or 10 in my freaking head and then rinse and then go to the next one. Just you got to have a certain amount of strokes for different folks.
Jeremy said trad pole work saves your joints. That is right.
You mentioned too the Eckstein commemorative edition. If I'm not rocking a Sorbo, that's probably the only other thing in my hand.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. It's definitely lighter than this, but for some reason, if I'm not rocking a Sorbo, that's likely the only other thing that I have in my hand. I dig that. I dig it. So
yeah, I use Sorbo a lot and I don't have a whole lot of commercial work, but I use it a lot for commercial. And then, that the MAGA squeegee, as it originally was called. That thing I have used on countless jobs just for the simple, I mean, it is a great tool, but also just for the simple fact that it's got an American flag on it. And that's
Works for your business.
for me, that's kind of how I roll. So
Yeah, you gave me an idea on the so on our makers at the bottom, there's a double hoop. So I'm rocking a small, I have my 18 that is in hand all times, and then I have like whatever the smallest sorbo, I think it's a 5 or a 6. And then I have that one on my hip, and I switched from the flag to the tie-dye. It's obviously theirs. So now I have I got 2 tie-dyes. Let's do it. I was thinking about giving one away, but I'm like, nope, I'm gonna keep it. Sorry, I accidentally used it, so I can't give away a used one.
Oh, it's scuffed. Sorry.
It's not scuffed, but I accidentally used it. I was giving a demo to some kids that are trying to learn how to do some business around the neighborhood. And they were both sitting on the back porch, and I grabbed the one that I thought was mine, the one that I've already been using. And I grabbed the other one. So I'm like,
oops.
Man, that thing is cool. I got one, and then I was like, you know what? I'm going to sneak Wyatt in here. So I brought Wyatt in, and Alex gave Wyatt one, and you should have seen his face. He was like, holy moly. Like, literally, when we got home, I don't know what, I mean, he's 11. He was laying in bed just holding that squeegee, and like ended up falling asleep holding that squeegee, which was really
you sent
cool.
that picture, or you posted that picture. I'm not sure which.
I wasn't going to post that. But
but you sent it, and I appreciate that. And I think thank you for sharing that. That was absolutely adorable. One of the things too that we were talking about, the whole family part,
right now, Chris is weeping, or not Chris, but Craig is weeping right now, just hearing that. The love and emotion in his heart, the little boy falling asleep with a squeegee, inspired him.
Well, and that's what I'm getting at too. It's like when we go to these events, and it really helps develop the family type within our community. It's no longer a solo op against a solo op. It's a community of one. And I really feel that that's what the value of these shows brings. And it all depends on how you want to create, what kind of atmosphere you create while you're there. And you get what you put in, right? So if you're willing to go out and meet people and talk to people, you get all, how do I say this? Yeah, exactly. You get what you put back in. So if you put a lot of effort in, you're going to get a lot back.
Yeah.
Does that ring true for you guys?
Heck yeah.
100%.
You're as lucky as hard as you work, essentially, Yeah.
Just talking about that, like the good you put out into the world has so many benefits to it. Like, first and foremost, it just feels good to be a decent person instead of being a turd,
Mm-hmm.
You can just look at WCR and Zero as an example, World Enterprises as an example. Like, Chris and Alex are super generous, right? So for sure, their generosity benefits them because more people do business with a company that treats their customers well, But I was talking to Chris about that when we were at the IWCA, and I was like, man, like I can tell that with you, it's genuine. Like you're a good dude who wants to take care of people. And the byproduct of that is more people want to do business with you. It's the same way for us, just be good and it'll come back to you.
So you're absolutely right. And one of the things that I'm glad that you had that conversation. I too had a very similar conversation just yesterday with Chris, and it's called leading by example, right? And if we continue, or if he and they and other corporations, maybe they might want to take note, because when a large corporation or individuals, groups of individuals, large groups of individuals, small groups of individuals, when people take a call to action, whether it be just being kind, or whether it be starting your day off right with a cup of coffee and some good buddies. Actions, when we make these actions and these choices, they all have a ripple effect. And that's kind of what we've been trying to do with this thing. But it all started with WCR and the World Enterprise treat. When they treat people like family, it makes us feel good. We feel good, then we treat others well. And it's just, like I said, it's a ripple effect. And I'm super glad, and I'm always stoked to see what they come up with. And I will always be happy to be buddies and friends and associated with the World Enterprises family tree. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, as a window cleaner and pressure washer, I live both sides, so I'm familiar with a lot of businesses on the pressure washing side, soaps, nozzles, pressure washing guns. And I can attest, as everyone else can, that there's no other company like WCR out there, even in the regular American corporate world. I mean, yeah, you'll have like Silicon Valley treat their employees to like dinner and stuff, but WCR and the camaraderie and everything going on there is it's on the up and up, and it's inspiring, really. I think they get a lot of hate probably from other vendors, just because it's probably just like they're just jealous, they're upset, they don't know what's the secret sauce to making them. Why are they everywhere? Why are they so big? Why are they doing so well? And it all comes from the heart. They built their business on getting the best individuals they can and building them up for success. And same thing with giving back to all the window cleaners. They have all these giveaways every day, monthly. They support podcasts and stuff for different. Squeegee Tom went on that adventure with their help. It's just an all around awesome World Enterprise. Holy shit.
Yours truly too. I mean, I couldn't have done what I did last year without their assistance. And I want to tell you guys, I'm going to break some news right now. I think I'm going to send out, not breaking news, but I'm going to share something with you guys that I think is going to be real fun. Yes. So I'm going to start sending out the Window Cleaner of the Year award across the country. I would like to have it in the hands of as many people as I can. I would like to have you guys, our friends, our loved ones. First, it's going to start with people that I was on the trip with. But I'm going to send it out to other people. And if you're interested, get at me. I'm going to send it to different cleaners. I would like you guys to print out your name, slap it over the Jason Gulick, and I would love everybody to have a picture with it, because like I mentioned before, that Window Cleaner of the Year award is going to go to everybody. I meant it when I said it. It is straight up for the people. Y'all motherfuckers are why we do what we do, and I couldn't do it without all you guys. Deeds, you'll probably be the first on the list. I got a picture already of Magnos. I forgot to get one of Billy, but I'll get one of him. Excuse me. And I'm going to send it across the country. The only thing that I'm going to ask for you guys to do is, if you want to take part, you send me a name of somebody else that you want it sent to. But I will also ask that I'm going to cover a little bit of shipping, but I would ask that if you are sending it to somebody, that you can cover the $15-20 to send it to somebody else. And as long as
don't be a cheap ass.
Yeah, don't be a cheap ass. Throw some stickers for your buddies too.
I can't afford to ship it everywhere all the time, but I will get this party started, and I will make sure that it happens, because I think it is exactly what our community is all about, and it's sharing. You know what I mean? It's not holding back. It's giving. What was given so freely to me, I'm about ready to give right back to you all, because without you guys, none of this shit would have been possible. Like I said, Kaylee Armida with Team Zero, she's going to be on the show next week. She's a huge part of why this shit is what it is. When I was doubting myself and I was scared shitless and I was worried, I'd reach out to her. I remember when I was doing my trip too, and I was sketch, Damien would call me and be like, "Hey, you got this, bro." I remember Squeegee Tom checking in on an early morning. "Hey, man, you doing all right?" Deeds and I would talk every single day. So our community is strong. And I am super grateful for everyone that is not only tuning the Sisterhood of the Traveling Camp.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, send that award around. Yeah.
Fucking A. So that's basically what it boils down to. Is I want to send it out to all the homies. Make sure that you guys are all represented, and you can take a picture and we'll share it, and we'll see all the places it goes. I think that'll be a fun idea. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. You can get a lot of candid, funny shots. Maybe taking a bath with an award or taking it out to lunch. I don't know.
Yeah, Damien's going to be one of those cats that gets it too, because he is a huge part of my growth as an individual, as a window cleaner. But also, he's been one of the guys that's been able to reaffirm to me that it's okay to talk about our struggles, and it's okay to talk about some of the shit we've been through. Chris,
Damien's a good dude, man.
He's a good dude. Mm-hmm. You've been candid with me about some of your struggles. when it comes to certain things. You're a vet,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
You battled some addictions. Is it okay to talk about a little bit of
Yeah,
that?
for sure. I mean, I really haven't. I don't really talk about it much, but I mean, it comes up from time to time. But yeah, um, I used to drink a lot, and I like hid it from my family and my kids, and it wasn't a thing that it was like I'm
Hold on.
doing it
You
during the
thought you were
day.
hiding it.
Yeah, I know. My wife knew, but she's
My
also
wife.
smart enough to know that if she like gave me a hard time about it, it would probably just make it worse. So she's just like, I'm gonna just let him do his thing. But yeah, like it was November of 2022. I was just like, I'm done. I mean, I'm not proud of this, but I was drinking like a fifth a night after the
Yeah.
kids went to bed,
Yeah, I got you.
And it got to the point where like I used to drink all these fancy, expensive bourbons and, collect them and just sip on them. And then like all of a sudden out of nowhere, I was like, damn,
They're all gone.
drinking a fifth a night of this $7 cheap shit. And it's
Right,
nasty.
grain.
And I'm just like, dude, what am I doing? I mean, I was almost 360 pounds and my blood pressure was through the roof. And I was like, if I keep going, I'm not going to be able to stop and I'm going to die from it. So I was just like, I quit. I'm done. I went to the VA, asked for help. They were super great to me. And yeah, I mean, it's been, November was 3 years. So this November will be 4 years since I have touched that stuff. I'm
Good
never
job.
going back because my life has exponentially gotten better. Even though I'm still a big guy, I've lost like 75 pounds and plan to lose quite a bit more this year.
You look good, Chris. You look good.
But dude, I feel great. My blood pressure's good. My heart rate's good. I'm not red faced like I used to be. I also don't have the stress of corporate America anymore. And the combination of those things have been really good for my health, But yeah, I'm never going back to that. I don't have any problems with anybody who drinks. I can be around it. It doesn't make me feel weird. I just know it's not for me. I would love to be one of those people where just, I'll have a drink with you tonight.
One drink. Yeah.
It doesn't work like that for guys like you.
It
doesn't work like that for guys like you and me. What happens is you get one and then it's 3 days, 4 days, 5 days later, and then you're mad at yourself and you're hating the world. I'm fully aware of what I am as a person, who I am as a person. And I know if I just take, if I get that party started, I'm not sure it's going to stop. So I just choose not to.
Yeah, I quit drinking multiple times before. 3 months here, 5 months there, couple weeks. And every time I started drinking again, it's like I came back harder and started drinking more than I did before. I'm like, I'm just not doing it anymore.
Good for you.
Smart.
Let me ask you. This is another personal question, but how is it making you feel on the inside? Are you able to understand, listen? Does it help your patience level? Brain fog?
I don't know about patience, but I mean, it's definitely it's helped in all aspects of life. But yeah, I definitely have a lot more mental clarity. I don't wake up with a brain fog anymore, and feeling like crap for a couple of days. I wake up and I'm ready to rock.
Are you ready to rock?
Good.
Rock!
So if you are, I'll just put this out there since we're talking about it. If you're one of those people that is struggling with that kind of stuff, I can't help you with heroin addiction. You should probably see a professional. But if you're struggling with drinking or whatever, and you just need somebody to talk to, like call me. I will answer my phone. We can chat. All I can do is share my story, give you advice if you ask for it, but I'll never come to somebody and be like, hey, you need to cut this shit out. Do your thing.
It's called experience, strength, and hope, Chris. You know what time it is. That's what you're willing to share. You can hit your time. Tell them your phone number if you want, or you can tell them your email address too.
Yeah, my phone number is 832-681-6489.
You got it, man. And if you want to talk to Chris, you can hit him up. And I appreciate the hell out of you for saying that and offering your time for others. I've been willing to share my time as well too. 602-554-2804. You guys can always hit me up. I'm willing to talk with anybody who's going through some stuff. And if I don't answer your call, I apologize. I have my phone set up for do not disturb, but we all get all those tons and tons and tons of bogus calls. Leave me a message. I'll call it back as soon as I can. That's just how I operate. And I know Chris is has the same type of mentality. And sometimes just knowing that one person is there and willing to listen, it can change the attitude and change the name of the game. So I appreciate you for being a game changer, Chris. It's what we're all about, man. And
can I answer your question for Chuck D?
Sure.
I didn't see it. Go ahead.
He asked what I did before window cleaning. So I was active duty Army for 8 years. And then when I 2 deployments to Iraq in that time, spent 3 years in Italy. My wife was actually with me over there in Italy. So that was awesome.
Do you have any friends over there named Anthony or Tony?
No, why?
Because I figured Italy's got to be full. Never mind. We'll do that later. A lot of Tonys.
And then, I got out of the Army and joined corporate America, kind of climbed the ranks. I was working for a furniture store, and I'm not going to name drop because it doesn't matter. But I got up into multi-unit. So I was a regional manager for a furniture company, had anywhere from 9 to 14 stores, depending on the time, but was this American made furniture or Malaysian tables? Some was made in America. Most was made in like Vietnam or other places.
Malaysia.
Most furniture is not made in the US,
Right. Well, I didn't know like the echelon of, we don't want to say their name, shameless plugs, but those Malaysian tables, man, they're terrible. So always get an Indonesian table or made in America.
Right.
The best.
But I was in multi-unit. So I was training, coaching, and developing people, hiring, firing, all the hustle and bustle of corporate America, with multiple stores, driving all over God's green earth. And
nice.
Kind of how this started is one day I hired a window cleaning company. Also, I'm not going to name them, but it's a bigger company and it's a 4-letter word. But they came out and cleaned the windows at a store, and I was really hoping they were going to look great. It looked like crap when they were done. So they're supposed to come back in 3 weeks. They never did. So I went to Home Depot, got the stuff myself, watched some videos of Steve-O cleaning windows on YouTube, and taught myself how to do it. I figured I could save the company some money. And then neighboring stores started asking who cleaned our windows, and I started cleaning theirs. And I was like, there's something to this, and I like it. So I just went for it.
Nice.
That's the short of it.
That's a good origin story. That's a nice hero story origin. And that's great. What was the catalyst? Like, did somebody piss you off at work? Or you're like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm going to go clean windows. Like, what was that turning point where you're like, I quit. We're done.
Yeah. I had made really good money for many years. And then the RM compensation, like bonus program, changed significantly. So I went from getting quarterly bonuses on top of my base pay to just getting my base pay for almost 2 years with no bonus. And I'm not trying to sound selfish at all, but when your pay is literally like almost cut in half for 2 years, that puts a financial stress, especially when you like become accustomed to a certain way of living. So that was kind of like the starter. And then the last like 6 months I was with that company, I had a mic, they switched my leadership around, and I had a micromanager on top of me. And I was like, man, you got to just let me operate and let me do my thing. My team trusts me, and I will run through a wall for them, and they will for me. So let me just do my thing. And it just wasn't happening. So, so I left and went to another company just running a store. And that's when I was like, I'm going to find my way out of corporate America. I, told the guy who hired me at that competitor who actually hired me at the first place I was at, and he had moved companies. I was like, look, Max, I'm going to give you a year. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to do my own thing. I got to start a business because I'm tired of working for other people. So, within like 7 or 8 months, I was ready to rock, and I left.
Ready to rock.
Yeah. But there was, the catalyst of having that last supervisor who just micromanaged the crap out of me. I was like, man, dude, I don't need you. I've been doing this forever. I've been in leadership. Like, let me just fly, and it wasn't.
What is it you say you do here at Initech? I handle people. Well, I don't do, my secretary does that.
It was all worth it. I wouldn't change a thing though, man. I learned so much. that has helped me so far in my business while doing that, and I think will help me a lot down the road as well. So I really wouldn't change a thing about any experiences that I've had because it's all led me right here.
Yeah. So you're digging the solo operator thing. You're not really looking for helpers, employees. You're just going to.
Not right now. I originally planned to hire towards the end of this winter that we're coming out of, but my wife and I were talking about it, and it's like, man, I think I'm just going to enjoy another calendar year of doing it myself. Continue to dominate systems, and then that way, I continued making sure that everything's perfect for my customers, building that relationship with them, and then, maybe next year start to hire. But I also don't want to commit myself to that, and it's got to be the right person. I'm really hoping that one day I will just run into somebody who it's like, man, I gotta hire this person, and find a way to make it work. I'd rather it be that way. Like, I just gotta hire this guy or gal, whatever, and make it work. So we'll see. I mean, right now I'm enjoying doing it solo though. It's fun.
Well, if I was ever going to hire an employee or look for somebody, my place that I would look for would be the Chick-fil-A drive-thru. Those people who stand out there with the iPads. It's like, hey, you want to make a little bit more money just cleaning a window and not dealing with your car exhaust? Because Chick-fil-A has really good hiring standards, et cetera. So that would be that's where I'm jumping in, trying to hire those guys.
A couple of things. Somebody smarter than I once told me, if you're looking for help, especially in this industry, check your vets, because the veterans are used to doing things in repetition. Our job, Chris, our job, Deej, constant repetition. The veterans have been trained to do things over and over and over again, and they tend to be good at it, and once trained properly are super successful. So that's one way you could look at it. I wanted to tell you guys a couple things in case you weren't following in the thread. Mike Nichols says, way to go, Chris. He has your number. Expect some weird texts. Nothing like great pictures from Mike Nichols to start your day. Cody Smith, out of curiosity, those of you when straight pulling, do you like vertical or horizontal pulls better? I tend to leave a line when pulling vertical, and I don't know why. Any recommendations?
Man, I really don't do straight pulls much anymore. Occasionally I do, but I don't and really the only reason why I don't do it a lot is just, for me, that's boring. Like, I like doing fanning because
you got the wrist action.
It looks cool. It's fun, whatever.
It works.
But, if I was going to do that, probably vertical,
Yeah, just a little bit of an angle, vertical, and just hope you don't leave streaks.
Basically. Well, I mentioned too, you might want to just check your rubber. A lot of times too, you may just have a kink on your rubber or a nick in your rubber, and you don't even know it.
Or Tony.
Also, if you scoot back over a little bit and you catch in from the other side, you can get erased. Obviously, you get rid of that line.
Angle the squeegee down just a little bit as you're going, but
yeah,
I like fanning. It's fun. It's fancy.
As do I. I feel like, so one of the things that I've over the years, I get into a flow, and Craig uses that term all the time. And it's basically, I don't really even pay any attention to how or what I'm doing. Timing doesn't really matter because I know that I say flow, but I use the term fluid too, right? Like I'm basically pushing the fluid to get to one end. And as long as my body is fluid, there's no friction and I'm moving, I really don't feel like there's wasted movement. Now, maybe sometimes there are and whatever. It doesn't really matter to me because I don't fucking care anymore. Like I'm happy. I'm content doing what I'm doing. And the results speak for itself. I'm not really worried about, how long something takes me or whatever.
What we should do is we should get a camera, facing ourselves. Just what does our left arm do while we're cleaning all day? Like, do we prop it on the window? Do we hold a frame? Do we put it behind our back? Like, what's going on with this arm over here?
I've been working on that.
So typically I'm underneath. Typically I'm underneath with my mop, or a lot of times too, because I do so much residential and I use the ladder instead of poles so often, I'll be hanging on the side of another, like a window, or like, I don't know why, but I'll be grabbing something or who knows why, but it's just stability. Maybe I'm not sure. Sometimes it's just out there floating, but typically it's underneath my mop covering. So,
are you going to practice for next year's relay and stuff? I'm going to get at it. I'm going to practice this year with the Ed Ray and the 12-inch. I think we can take it, Goo.
We can have some fun with it, regardless if we win or not. The best part is we'll have some fun.
Yeah, that's what I'm in for. Not the $500.
Yeah, well, that could go to something as well. I mean, nothing wrong with a little cash.
No. And I don't know, they don't have a speed competition, but I wonder if they're going to get their feet wet. I mean, if Sorbo's got a booth, they're going to have hands-on stuff. But yeah, have you guys looked into the Gaylord in Orlando yet? Have you seen the pricing and such?
No. Have you, Chris?
Okay.
No, I mean, I have my ticket, but I haven't booked a room or anything like that yet.
Yeah.
The rooms are like $260, $280, and then there's like a $45 per night resort fee. So I'm like, oh Jesus! So my wife is looking at different places to stay around there, and we homeschool our kids.
Man, you know, whenever people talk about the price of like trips and tools and equipment, I'm like, dude, it's a tax write-off.
It's a tax write-off.
Yeah, it's less money you have to give to the government. Fuck it.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, you get some back.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of studio hotels like kind of close by that are like half price. So a lot of guys didn't stay on location at that IWCA, the IWCA. Yeah. So the huge, it's Orlando, so traffic's gonna suck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Why do I care? I didn't even. I think the only times I left the resort I don't know if it was a resort, the hotel last time I was on foot. So
yeah.
And this time too, like I'm gonna have to play it careful, funds wise. My family is planning a trip to London less than 3 weeks afterwards. Nice. So I'm not sure.
Cheerio,
I'm not sure. I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to make it unless I really, 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 really hustle and make ends meet.
You
better hustle then.
Thankfully, the start of this year has started off well. That June, July, August in Arizona is not friendly. No. I will definitely need to save. Same with Deeds in Houston. June, July, August in the summer is absolutely horrible. So I'm going to work my ass off March, April, May, and the end of June. Also, see if I can't get a couple of maybe some decent sized contracts right before we go. That will definitely help out. So
yeah, for sure.
Before I forget to mention this, when you go to England and you're in London, I need to send you my Goo hat or my Deeds hat and my wig. I need you to find a body double like they did in Wayne's World 2, where they're like skipping around the Piccadilly Circus and stuff, and it's just like their backs to them because the studio couldn't afford to send them to London. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to send that, and you just find a 5'8" guy.
Consider it done.
Cool.
Consider it done,
man. We when I was stationed in Italy, we went to London a couple times. Actually, did, believe it or not, my fat ass. I was not a fat ass then because I was in the Army, but I did a Tough Mudder in London.
You did a what?
A Tough Mudder. It's like a 13-mile obstacle course. Yeah.
Sweet.
Did you complete or did you?
Oh yeah, I did a couple of them. I did one in Kentucky too.
Cool.
Yeah, but that was forever ago. And
you made it. Yeah.
Well, we're going to go ahead and start wrapping up, but real quick, I want to say, so you asked me what's in the bucket. Clean surgical towels.
Oh my gosh.
It's in my bucket. One of my goals this year is to get a little more organized, clean up the back of my truck, go through some of my stuff and find out what it is that I need, what it is that I don't, and if there's anything that I can spare to the next generation or to somebody who is in need, I'd like to be able to get some of that stuff out to people. So if you're in Arizona, you need anything, come see me. I'll take care of you. Likely if you just need to borrow something or you want to try something out before you buy, hit me up. I pretty much have it all. And I'm willing to help you guys out if you want to just try stuff out. Secondly, yeah, I mean, I guess that's pretty much it. Chris, if we didn't have to wrap this up, we just wrap all day. So I'm going to go ahead and let you start taking over real quick and give some shout outs. Who'd you like to give some shout outs to?
Yeah. Shout outs to God, my family, America. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on in the world right now, but God bless our troops for sure. a lot of people that fight for us every day, and I appreciate the hell out of them. And thank you to the window cleaning community. You guys have everybody has been amazing, and I truly appreciate everybody. And of course, I have to say thank you to World Enterprises, WCR Zero, all the brands, Sorbo, Maker. I love all of you. So appreciate everything that you do.
Hell yeah.
Heck yeah.
Deej, you want in on this?
Yeah, just thank you, Chris, for all that you're doing for our industry, and thank you for being on today. It's a pleasure to see you and talk to you. I can't wait to see you in the Huge there. Tell your kids I said hey. Great work on the squeegeeing. Thank you, Goo, for being here and doing this with us. It's great. Thank you for your partnership. Thanks everyone for watching. We appreciate it. Thank you, Kylie, for her behind the scenes stuff. This week we're going to be giving away some sticker packages. We've got a few bundles. So if you head over to our Facebook page, like, share it, tag friends, whatever, you'll be entered to win on Friday. So thank you guys for watching.
Hell to the yeah. Thank you to Kylie, as Deeds mentioned. Thank you to Marisa for putting up with the nonsense. Chris, thank you to your Katie. Thank you to your Reagan. And thank you to your Wyatt for joining us at the show. It definitely puts smiles on people's faces, and it's great to see our families out there. Speaking of families, and you mentioned the World Industries family. I call it a tree, because I've seen Chris kind of use the tree before as a metaphor. Thankful for them. Chris, Alex, his whole crew, his whole team over there. I know that Sorbo has come out with some recycled towels. They're going to be on sale this week. Hit them up. Quit using the ribbed for her pleasure joke. Apparently it's not funny anymore. Find a new one. Thank you to everyone who keeps coming back. We appreciate you guys. Everyone has a value and a worth in our community. And if you're feeling down, or if you're feeling like you're not worth it, you're wrong. You're definitely worth it. We appreciate you. Come down, sit with us. If your passion bucket's not full yet, we're going to work on that. We're trying to get everybody not always, but try to give everybody some motivation and some happiness as they start their days. So if you're feeling down in the dumps, or you're feeling great and you want to come share that joy with others, come check us out Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 8:30 a.m. Eastern. I do want to say something real quick, actually, now that I think about it. Next week is daylight savings times. Everybody else in the country besides Hawaii, y'all F me up. So everybody bounces forward. Why I got to bounce back. So next week, when everybody's still 8:30 Eastern, I'm going from 6:30 to 5:30. So cry with me a little bit while I bitch, piss, and moan in that early start next week. But I can say this. I'm grateful that I get up and join all you yahoos in our lovely community. I want to say again, thank you to all of you who are joining us. Thank you to everyone who is sharing our pod with their friends. It means a ton to us that we get our voices out to more and more people. There was somebody in here today that I had Cornerstone Window Cleaning. I don't remember seeing your name in the past in here. So I want to say thank you for joining. If today was your first episode, we appreciate you. Shoot us your name or whatnot. I'd love to get a chance to talk to you personally. Again, if you guys need any help on whatever it is that you need, window cleaning stuff, there's lots of us here for that. If you're going through something emotionally or whatnot, you can reach out to any of us as well. That's what we're here for. Chris is a warrior on the glass and in his past, and has lots of experience to help share experience, strength, and hope. So if you need anything like that, give him a shout too. I hope your passion buckets are full. Deez always tells you one thing.
Ginger Rubbers, and also Squeegee Life tonight, 8:00 p.m. Eastern. Squeegee Life. It's high rise month.
So Squeegee Life tonight. Mark's got somebody coming on. I forget what the guy's name is, but I know he's going to be a dope ass motherfucker if Mark's bringing him on and TJ's bringing him on. And I guess, be on the lookout. TJ and Craig collab today. I can't wait to see what they come up with. And
no mushroom pizza.
Shout out to Grace for just being a badass. Much love, everybody. Like I said, I hope your passion buckets are full. And if they're not, tune in on Friday. We'll work on filling that bucket for you. Be kind to each other. Treat each other well. Much love. One love. Stay up. Stay gold.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Chris.